Two of my favorite ways of relating to other human beings are dating and counseling. It also so happens that these are two of the things that I spend most of my time teaching about. I spend lots of time teaching people how to become more powerful, more effective counselors, and I spend time teaching people about relationships, and in particular, how to have more fulfilling, gratifying, meaningful dating relationships that lead to more fulfilling, gratifying relationships overall. Now, at first glance, these two relational forms, dating and counseling, might not seem to have a lot in common. I mean, after all, as relational forms go, they have different rules and different goals and different boundaries. For instance, I would hope that if you're a professional counselor, you're not having sex with your clients. I would also hope that in your dating life, you're not having people pay you to date them. But both of these relational forms actually have a tremendous amount in common despite those differences. They are both enterprises in which you are attempting to create an extraordinary, unusual level of intimacy with somebody in an unusually short period of time. And because they go about it differently, because they've got different goals, dating and counseling have a lot to learn from each other. If you are better at dating, you will be a much more compelling counselor. And if you know some things about counseling, you'll be a much more interesting date, and you'll have a much more interesting time dating the people that you date. Think about it this way. If you're going on a first date, what's it like? Why are you doing it? Why do people date in the first place? Now, maybe you're going on a date with somebody who you already know you're excited about, or maybe it's somebody you don't really know about at all. It's just kind of open-ended, but you're doing it because you're excited about some possibility. There's something that you hope might happen. There's some magic that could be afoot. If it works out with this person, then you will get met. You will have deep needs met for love and affection and pleasure. You may have this experience of being deeply nourished, of having companionship. There's things that you want out of that first date. You hope that those things will come to fruition. Well, a first counseling date or first counseling session with a new counselor is similar. You go in with this great hopefulness, like maybe this is a person who will change your life. Maybe this person, you'll form a relationship with them that will make things possible in your life that you don't even quite know what they are. You just have this sense of something excellent that could happen. In both a first date and a first counseling relationship, you have this sort of unconscious background belief that maybe this will be the person that will change everything. Now, first counseling sessions can really be kind of anticlimactic. I tell people when they're shopping for a new counselor, this is what they want out of a first session. This is how you know you should go back for a second session. In the first session, you should, one, feel a real connection with the person. You should feel connected to them. You shouldn't just feel like they're a professional occupying a role that might have some expertise and therefore they should help you. No, you should feel a sense of, oh, this is somebody I'd actually like to spend time with. I will enjoy being with this person. And I also tell them, you should expect action. Something's gonna happen. You want some real shift in the things that you're going to that counselor for, the first session. And so if you're a counselor and you've got a new client, you wanna show them a good time. And this is a way that dating can inform your counseling. You can assume that this person coming in is coming to see you because they want you as a kind of a partner that could really change their lives. And so you can have this intention like, I'm gonna start a new relationship with this person that will be beautiful and meaningful and gratifying for both of us. You could go in with the kind of excitement that you go into a new love relationship with. And as part of your love for them, you are going to find out as quickly as you can what's really most deeply going on for them, where they deeply struggle, what they really could use a hand with. And you're going to try to give them a hand with that immediately. You want them to leave that first experience with you with a sense of hope, like they really want your number so that they can see you again, like they would with a dating relationship. When I have new clients coming in, I have this sense that not only is this going to be a relationship that's going to be great for them, I want it to be a relationship that's great for me. I want to be at the end of the first session wanting to see them again for a second session. I want to make sure every session that I have with them, something happens that leaves us both excited for more. I can't afford to ever let myself get bored or just kind of fall into the routine of counseling, because then the magic is gone. And that magic, I would expect to keep a dating relationship alive. It keeps a counseling relationship alive too. So you kind of want to date your clients, and you kind of want to date your counselor. You want to assume that something's going to happen in that relationship that will change both of you forever, and that it may not be that it's an ongoing partnership that changes you. It may be just that the experience of each individual date, each individual session is the thing that changes you. Now, if you're going into a first date with somebody, or a second or a third date, you want to be able to do some of the things that people do in counseling relationships. Because, what do you want to ask somebody about when you're getting to know them? Do you want to hear about, well, this is my job, I go to work, and these are some struggles that I have at my job, I don't really get along with my boss, or do you want to hear about, this is what's most meaningful to me as a human being in life? Now, these are the places where I really struggle. Let me tell you about my history of being in love with people, and how I've experienced hurt and pain. I have these wishes and desires, and how I have this vision of what's possible. You want, in the process of getting to get close to somebody and getting to know them, you want to go into what matters most to them, and that includes the kinds of things that you go into in a counseling relationship. You want to learn about where people are hurting and wanting to heal, and you want to find out if you can help them to heal. You want to know where people are kind of limited in their development and really wishing to grow, and you want to see if you can help spur their growth. You want to know where people feel stuck and they wish to be free, and you want to help to free them. And you want to have the expectation that the person that you're dating will do those things for you too. Because if healing and growth and liberation and learning are a part of dating relationships, you have much deeper intimacy. That's where the realness comes from. The relationship should not simply be for the purpose of getting relational needs met, getting lucky or getting laid or falling in love or finding a partner. Those are the things that people go in looking for. But behind all that, there's a human being who's extraordinary and unique, and who you can make a life-changing difference for. When you do that, that's somebody who you really want to go on a second date with. Even if it turns out when you meet them that you're not really that into them, you don't want to develop a romantic or sexual connection with them, there is something that you do want to continue with them, which is figuring out how to connect on this deeply human level. So, counseling has a tremendous amount to offer those of you who are in the dating world, because the more you know about how to counsel, the more you know about how to quickly create these interactions with somebody that are about what's real, where do they need support, what are the things that matter most to them. And dating has a lot to offer the counseling world, because if you're a counselor, you want to fall in love with your clients, you want them to fall in love with you, you want to have these beautiful, tender experiences together that leave you both nourished and fulfilled, both of you, not just your client. So counseling and dating, different relational forms with a great deal of overlap. Date like you counsel, counsel like you date.